Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to take an Excel file and then read that into R so you can do your analysis there. So first I just have an Excel file here. It's called housing underscore Windsor. It just has some data, some old data from a town with the name of Windsor, and has the prices of the house and some other information here. The first thing you need to do is save this as, wherever you're going to put it, I'm going to put it on my desktop. And then you're probably default, if it's an Excel file, it's going to say Excel Word Book there. If it's one I gave you to, it may already say comma delimited, but you want to get this, save it as a CSV comma delimited file, not the Macintosh or the MS-DOS, just the CSV comma delimited. You can just do that with the pull down right there. Okay, so save that. I will replace it, but it doesn't make any difference. It's the same thing. We'll generally ask you this: do you want to keep using the same format if you resave a CSV file? And I do, so I'm just going to click yes. Okay, so next, open up R. I went ahead and opened up something that had some other stuff in it. And I want to show you how to do that. If you open up and you have some data for another problem there, before you get started, you need to get rid of that. So if you just click the broom here, and then you can say, yes, I want to get rid of it. So everything's gone there. You might have to do, if you had some graphs you want to get rid of, it's the same process there. And if you have a lot of stuff up here that's written that you don't want to see, it doesn't make any difference right now. But if I did, I can just go inside there and click Control L. That really isn't something you need to know how to do, but I thought I'd show you while I was here. As I said before, and this is just a comment on here, I have a file called housing-windsor saved on my desktop. It's a CSV file. So I want to read that file and give it a name. So I'm going to make up a name for the data set. I'm just going to call it my data. Call it whatever you want to. This is going to be a name for the whole data set. Equals, and we're reading a CSV file, so we'll read.csv, and then we have to open parentheses and open quotation signs, and then write the name of the data set, housing underscore Windsor .csv. And I will tell you right now, when I do this, it's probably not going to read correctly. And you can see it, nothing opens up over here in the environment. If it opened up correctly, it should come over here and tell me that I have a data set. The reason is that you have to tell R where to go. You either need to include the complete path to housing Windsor, like C, and all of that kind of stuff, or you need to tell it what directory you want to use, what directory you're using to store the data. To do that, click Session and Set Working Directory. Session, Set Working Directory, choose Directory. If you're not really familiar with this kind of thing, you might want to write this down because it does seem to be a spot where some students have had trouble in the past. But choose Directory, and then just navigate. You can say I have a lot of stuff in something called the RDIR, the R directory, but this one I saved on my desktop. And so once I have selected desktop or navigated to whatever where I'm at, just hit Select Folder. Now, since I'm reading things from that directory, it should be able to go out there and get it okay. And you can see now that I have my data set here. It's my data. It has 546 observations of 13 variables. So that's how to get the data from an Excel file into R.